Всем привет-привет. Еще раз всем здрасте. Так, продолжаем проходить игрулю. Что у нас в прошлой серии? Сходили мы на похороны. Что еще у нас было? А, огнеметчик был. Воевали с ним.
It's locked, all right.
Открыто. Спасли. А нет, не спасли. Вот мы сейчас идем к этому как раз священнику. Подропаем тут. Полутаем. Много интересных мест, куда можно сходить, полутаться. Вот туда. Назад даже возвращаешься, оп, еще что-то находишь. Ночлежка Шона Хэптона. Прописанная молитва. Господи, я молю тебя за мою долгую, да. Господи, я молю тебя за мою дорогую мать, Гертруду Пакстон, которая сейчас на небесах ожидает встречи с своими дочерьми. А пока этого не произошло, я благодарю тебя за то, что позволяешь мне просыпаться и жить день за днем в честной бедности и скромности. Пожалуйста, защищай доброго мистера Хэптона, который позволяет нам спать в своей ночлежке. Я смиренно прошу простить меня за ту ненависть, которую я испытываю к моей сестре Жизели с тех пор, как умерла наша мать. Благослови Господь ее душу. Спасибо, Боже, за то, что выслушал меня. Аминь. Так, ну и где? Ого. Бомба взорвалась на рассвете перед оружейным заводом Доусон и Доусон, крупнейшим предприятием района. Но волной выбило все окна в северном Саут-парке. Чудо, что погибли только 2 человека. Был старший суперинтендант Александр Брайтон.
It's locked, all right.
Так, здесь какая-то дверка.
I cannot enter.
Вот он, Шон этот. А здесь... Интересно, давайте с ней еще
Good evening, miss.
базарим.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Lottie, tell me about the death of your mother.
Giselle killed her. Plain and simple. She killed her with her daily whims, her laziness, and her complaints.
That's quite a statement. You can't kill someone because you're fickle.
Mother was very ill. But I forgave Giselle. What I couldn't stand was how she cried at her funeral like she was the one left alone.
Perhaps your sister is not as tough as you are.
I know that, and I don't blame her. It just makes me sad that my own sister is the person I understand the least.
Giselle is the only family you have left. Don't you think it's time you forgave her?
Sometimes words are harder to forgive than acts, Dr. Reed.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
What can you tell me about the sad saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Она отшатнулась, бедняга.
And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
I'm looking for Sean.
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss
Там еще был проход вниз и проход наверх. Наверху надо полазить. Тут может быть... Фига топает. Потрошки. Почему он не хочет подхилиться? Странно. Только в бою, что ли, может? Где-то была лестница. Ой. Пуск к генератору. Пугленное письмо. Мисс Пакстон. Недавно я узнал, что убежище в Хэмптоне уже несколько месяцев. И денег и поддержки любого рода. Если не получу от вас положительного ответа, то буду вынужден. И парни всегда получат то, что смириться с отказом. И вы будете и дальше молчать. Мокрые ботинки придут вами и вашей сестрой. О как. А ну иди сюда.
Glad to see you again.
Проблемы.
Lottie, tell me about the wet boot boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton, and I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Goodbye, Miss
Какая вот отважная девица. Что-то ничего нету, да? А, вон ящички есть. Все, ради ящика сюда и спускался. Тоже ничего. Почему эта дверь закрыта? Здорово. Эй, куда ушел? Я с тобой что-то разговариваю.
Why the long face, Doctor?
О, он у нас зараженный.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
И больше всего еды.
Wonders never cease. Scal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you? Yet you restrain?
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Что я сомневаюсь.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
Кстати, крест у него на груди еще висит.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
Не люблю я с такими людьми общаться.
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
Он сотворил.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Ну, давай,
Very
ладно.
well. You have definitely intrigued me.
Посмотрим, что
I hope you're
там.
right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment.
Ух, договорились.
It's in the pits, where the city is darkest, the place you'll find your light.
Положено лист бумаги. Боже, прости меня за то, в чем я сейчас признаюсь. Иногда я жалею о том, что спас Дайсона Делейни, когда он упал в канал. Вот я это и сказал. Прости меня. Господи, ведь я просто грешник. Дайсон, возможно, самый сложный человек из тех, с которыми я имел дело после того, как открыл ночлежку в Ист-Энде. Я много лет пытался понять, почему этот человек так меня раздражает. И кажется, недавно я это понял. Дайсон перестал сражаться навсегда. За свою жизнь я видел много пьяниц, мужчин и женщин, богачей и бедняков, молодых и стариков. Я видел, как они сражаются со своими демонами, со своим прошлым, чувством вины и неудачами. Иногда они способны выявить скрытый в них порок, а иногда так и не могут определить истинную причину своих несчастий. В большинстве случаев для них... потерял. И это... В большинстве случаев для этих людей Пить значит продолжать борьбу. Конечно, это бесполезный и разрушительный вид борьбы, но, по крайней мере, это саморазрушение означает, что нечто заставляет их страдать, и они по-прежнему сражаются с этой болью. Даже такой отъявленный алкоголик, как Уильям Бишоп, продолжает бороться со своей зависимостью и молиться о спасении, о свете Христовом. Пока они хотят увидеть этот свет, у них есть надежда. У Тайсона Делейни надежды нет. Он пьет не для того, чтобы заглушить боль. Нет, теперь я убежден. Сознательно пьет для того, чтобы испытать радость садиста, уничтожая все надежды. Если честно, я даже не знаю, какой грех хуже. Намеренно отказываться от надежды или беспечно наслаждаться саморазрушением. Тайсон Делейни. Так, ну сейф, наверное, закрыт. Нет. Так, ну что у нас в канализацию ведет? Здесь он залезет. Кровь чья там? Романы Стражей Правила. Ого, вы ведь видите, да? Как гуль там лагает. Ой, гуль, скаль. Так, а где-то здесь можно было спуститься. Окей. Вот. Ой, что он там делает? Понятно. Не-не-не-не-не. Так, вот это вот надо дядьку. Крови запастись. Что против него сделать-то? Блин. Сейчас не ту кнопку нажал. Пил кровь, не пил. Вот как раз, наверное, вход. В прошлом стриме не смог открыть дверку. Да, эти вот огнеметчики, которые газ пускают. Самые бесячие. Простите. Каши уже надоело. Смотреть канализацию.
It's locked, all right.
Понятно, это мы сейчас такой, короче, кругаля дадим. А, это прожектор, я думаю, что это так светится?
That doesn't work.
Не выходит.
That doesn't work.
Ее как-то починить, что ли, надо?
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Уровень воды. А, вот еще.
That doesn't work.
Так, если мы это закроем... то у нас, по идее... это здесь же можно было сойти, нет? Как мне? Вот одну, да, одну я сделал. А. Ух ты, это что такое? Так, сорян. Почему ошибка вылетела? Надо же как. Ну просто эррор и все, типа ты не пройдешь. Чего? Здесь это то сохранение. Если он меня скинул, то это будет очень печально.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Надо же. Здесь у нас нет ничего такого. Наверх тоже нельзя. Ой, это кто? Должен пасть. Скали не полезут. Нет, не сюда. Не сюда. Опа. Вот он, наверное, жрал, здесь сидел. Патроны. Патроны, это хорошо. Так, у него кровь, да? Кости висят. Так, но я так пройти не смогу.
This is despicable.
Мышки, мышки.
I have this thirst for blood.
Стой.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Хотя бы так кровь пополнять.
I cannot enter.
Что, это случайно не святоша? Сейчас тут будет. Зачем? Ого.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity.
Охо, привет.
Learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Блин, а он против сопротивления. В спину тебе.
Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name. How you cannot comprehend.
Ой. Скотина. Нет.
Slow as a snail.
А что ж я на последний попадаюсь?
I shall tear thee apart and spill my blood to the pit. You found your death in me.
Воу-воу-воу.
Blood is now mine. Down, stay down.
Вот так вот поймали его. Руби, 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 руби. Выносливости нету. Фу. Да ладно, я не убил его по-любому. Такой не умирает. Это стопово. Просто прилег отдохнуть. Я мне удивился, я вообще повернулся, его нету. Так, есть два пути. Да?
It's locked.
Нет, есть только один путь. Да, даже вот эта вот ульта помогает сверхъестественное.
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath.
Надо будет ее качнуть. Это 2000 опыта, по-моему, надо потратить. Потому что как раз, когда ее юзаешь, там еще висит в воздухе, можно его побить. Очень нужная штука. Так, на самом деле я не туда иду, походу. Кто там?
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
А, ну можно было все это не оббегать, просто запрыгнуть. В итоге дорога одна. Так, я немножко заблудился. Так, а сыворотка у нас 300 единиц здоровья моментально. Есть еще... Нет ничего. Понятно. Надо будет сделать обязательно.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
Ого.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Помойных скалей.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scowl.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
The guard of Pre-One is hunting him. He is suspected of murder.
The Scars have always been hunted by humans and vampires alike. I teach them how to survive against the odds.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Так вот, подвал скалей.
Keep your distance, Echo.
Какие мы нервные. Что случилось? А, понятное дело, что
We're
случилось.
at your mercy. Will you end us? Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Хозяин? Ладно.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Хозяин так хозяин.
I have this thirst for blood.
Сожрал. Перед ним прям. Ух ты. Обычная булава. Так, ну нет. Качаться я пока не буду. Мне нужно что-нибудь создать. Нужно создать... А вот исследовать еще. Образец свежей крови. Малая доза свежей крови, с которой можно создать сыворотку выносливости для вампиров. Просто восстановление выносливости. Кровь. Годится же. Годится. Где мне достать часть хорошей рукояти? Появляет 3 единицы оглушения, когда оружие... Вон. Я даже и не знаю. Делать... А, вот, пистолет еще дать. 45. То магазин побольше. Увеличивает наносимый урон на 10%. Качает время перезарядки. Ускоренный темп стрельбы. Улучшение. Часть хорошего спускового механизма. Так, а где у нас... А вот дробашек-то. Перезарядка. Перезарядка нормальная у него. А, здесь или так, или так. Так, 317, а так у него 290, да? Изменяет урон от оружия на огненный. 3 вампиров. Твоя мощь. Так, как бы сделать так? Наверное, все-таки здесь мой урон. Зарядку. Да нет, урон все-таки. Так, кровь я сделал. Пистолет вроде все проапгрейдил. Теперь мне нужно с мадам с этой поговорить. Второй шаг. Образец чистой крови. Значит, что-то еще можно исследовать. А, не сломал еще оборудование. То, что Экона является самой заметной многочисленной разновидностью вампиров, не случайно. Экона — настоящая элита бессмертных. Добавлю я, только они способны оставаться на вершине пищевой пирамиды. Где я побывал, смертными правили только Экона. Экона самый человечный, самый умный, самый образованный среди всех вампиров. Поймите меня правильно, я ничего не имею против более экзотических видов, таких как пулкоды, которые, как и мы, обладают даром бессмертия. Кто из них способны принести пользу, если четко указать им цель? Однако у них нет самого главного качества — способности незаметно растворяться в толпе смертных. Поэтому клуб Аскалон должен принимать в свои ряды только эконов самого благородного происхождения. С тех пор, пока Вулколды подчиняются нашим законам, их в зависимости от обстоятельств можно использовать в качестве боевых псов или гончих. К счастью, наши примитивные дальние родичи по природе своей склонны подчиняться своим хозяинам. Закон Аскалона, лорд Рейдгрейв, основатель клуба.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Whoa, что с ней стало?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I have so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
А чё у неё с
I
рукой?
love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Your room. The blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Как-то это
Why
примитивно.
flee with Sean Hampton?
It's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Чё её так руку-то раздуло?
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. You'd leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
Чё вот ей ответить? То, что я не скаль? Я не совсем такой, как вы.
No, I'm not, Harriet. I've no taste for revenge, nor do I enjoy the suffering of others.
I like what I am. I truly do.
Надо было ответить, я не скаль.
I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness, quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent. But it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Окей. Вернуться в убежище Шона Хэмптона и поговорить с ним.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon. But it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
Ладненько.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the
Бедные,
city?
бедные скали.
Hide somewhere far from the guard of Prewan, the Ascalon Club.
We are the sewer skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Shornhampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Egon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter.
Спасибо.
Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Сама доброта. Спасибо, спасибо. По стрелкам.
Ascalon has stalked us for ages.
Так, я еще хотел... А, это подниматься туда надо. Подожди, по каким стрелкам? А, вот, все, вижу.
The vampire hunters will never find us here.
Значит, он мог мне предоставить быстрый путь.
It's locked, all right.
Нет, он меня заставил идти через всю канализацию, да? Ладно, ладно. Я тебе это припомню.
It's locked.
Ничего себе, обед тут у него. Что это? Берется?
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers.
Что-то колпачок поехал у него.
Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Кто эта старая?
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day, I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of His divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I haven't the luxury of being able to satisfy my hunger on staunched blood and lifeless flesh.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor.
Отстань от меня.
Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
А вот у меня, кстати, открыто. Давайте его обратим назад. И обратимая кровь исцелит вас.
My discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey His will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No!
I said kneel and drink. Now!
О, чувак, присосался. Есть новые угрожения, которых можно убить. Район пострадает в результате ваших действий. Да что бы я ни делал, он все время страдает. Чё, куда мне теперь? Что за хрень? Так, подожди, где выход-то?
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Так, я, по-моему, что-то узнал об этой мадам. А, нет.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Знакомый мужчина.
You again.
Полегче. А у тебя и крови-то мало.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave.
Ну, друг мой, охотничек.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed.
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Окей.
Goodbye.
Спасибо.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Старая брошь. Старая элегантная брошь, принадлежавшая матери Джонатана.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's District.
Шелковый кожаный бумажник, найденный у убитого перед ночлежкой Шона Хэмптона. В бумажнике находится официальное свидетельство о репатриации и демобилизации, а также адрес жертвы. Pretty Orchard Street 29.
Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Что ж, двигаем. Ничего не остается. Брошка взялась непонятно откуда. И тут.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Все уже закрыто. Так, по карте это где у нас? Ой, в больнице там. Так, можно через мост, наверное, да? Найти в этом районе квартиру убитого. Квартира. По сути, да, нам сюда.
This is no place for you, sir.
Ой-ой-ой, там здоровяк. Крови нету, хреново. Не подыхай, блин. Так нелепо. Хотел кровью попить. Попил. Жадность сгубила. Надо было мелкого прессовать. Зачем я большого полез? А он где-то там. Окей.
This is no place for you, sir.
Так вот сделаем. Ну давай, блин, что опять что сдох? Чё за глупость? Еще по-дебильному как-то слился 2 раза. Все же гораздо проще. Тороплюсь и начинается хрень. Крови нет. Так, ну здесь он вообще неудачно встал. Ну? Что-то урона вообще не добавило. А, только у него сопротивляемость против стрелкового оружия, точно. Точно. Отлично, хоть я тут дверку открою. О, пацаны, не надо. К вам я не хочу. Вообще, хотя надо. Общаться надо в любом случае. Так.
See them fancy clothes
отстань, отстань, отстань. Хрен это в спину. Скотина такая, в спину мне еще тычет. Вот это, наверное, его, да, квартира? Для таких, как я, специально отметили.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here.
Я же вот видел, не мог понять, где. Оп-оп-оп-оп-оп. А, это этот. Календарь на 18-й год.
This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that? Where does this blood trail lead?
Сейчас мы узнаем, куда он ведет. Так, все закрыто.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Did you hear me?
Да иди сюда, давай.
Last warning, sir. Don't come close. Look at it. Fish.
Вот как он попал? Ух ты. Почему? А, во, все, остановилось. Остановилось.
So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
Капеллан стражей Правила.
Or worse, we're being baited by leeches playing a nasty game.
Так, надо, чтобы в один ряд. Ясненько. Ну иди ты своей палкой. Вау-вау-вау. Рот, всю кровь мне. Ты чё, обезьяна? Что-то бафнулся там. Чесночка съел, что ли? Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой.
Only a golden watch in her pockets.
Его часы. Информация. И золотые часы, они найдены у женщины, которую убил неизвестный вампир. Состояние тела.
Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out.
Состояние тела, оценил одежку.
This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family.
Цветок Мэри. Грязный увядший цветок. Возможно, тот, кто бросил на гроб Мэри. А тот, который бросил на гроб Мэри.
The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire.
I see you.
Что это за тварь?
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Все, больше некуда, только наверх. Пойдем. А это цветок. Состояние тяжелое. Ну, здесь я не знаю, как лечить. Эй!
Jonathan!
What was that? I won't let you escape.
Я тоже хочу на крышу.
Very fast, but I'll catch you.
О, вот и кладбище.
They've all been butchered.
Потрошки всегда нужны. Картечью еще вообще отлично.
I can still sense a presence.
Кто? Дура это. Да, ну конечно. Кровь. Кто-нибудь помогите. Я бегу, сейчас, подожди. Хочу понять, как добраться-то до тебя. Так, ну это явно не. Иду, не волнуйся. Ой. Ты что тут делаешь?
Are you all right?
My name is Xiao Shun.
I do apologize.
Yes, I am.
You realize you can't stay here forever.
Why? Why should I go?
But you're not dead. There is a difference between visiting the dead and staying with them.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshu.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew.
You should go home now.
No, not yet. I miss my dear Matthew so much, and I can't forgive myself.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician. One of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you. Since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You should go.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Вот, отправили ее домой. Хорошо, расследование завершилось. Домой иди, говорю. Так, где там наша это? Поминки по прошлому.
You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary,
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so
Да ладно, чё тебе?
Apologies
Не
will not
нравится ей.
suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Да, мурашки бегут прям.
Very well.
Классно, классно.
Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home.
Под гипнозом.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
Oh, so that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular. That of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good. Left me to rot in this grave. Ah!
Понятно.
Hey! Ah! Jonathan. Kill him.
Так,
Revel in your true
зря я
nature.
сделал.
Rest. Kinslayer.
Воу-воу-воу. А, у него невосприимчивость, точно. А, нет, смотри. Пошла все-таки.
You've burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster. What have you done?
Ау, 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 ау. Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй.
Assassin!
Как только хочу перезарядить.
Come to me, Jonathan. I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Sean Hampton. Kiss me again, sweet brother.
Еще 20 секунд.
Assassin!
Уходи. Так, дыбись. Ну, пройдет? Нет? Давай, проходи. Блин, устойчивость.
Abomination!
Есть! Есть! Так тебе, сучка!
Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
Oh.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
О, Мэри, Мэри. О, классная картиночка, надо прям принтскрин сделать. Рабочего стола прям. Вообще самое то. Пары дней позже. Так у меня там сейчас район вообще сгниет. Пары дней позже. Их там...
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
Ух, не знаю, как вам, а мне вообще вот последний час прям не отпускает игра.
It needs water.
Вообще вот прям не хочет отпускать их. Ох, ладно, друзья, всем спасибо, кто смотрел. Замечательная просто игра, безумная, красивейшая. И реально она держит. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел. Пока-пока.